Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Saturday, June 15th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ ORION NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Texas Rangers versus the Seattle Mariners, game number 2 in the set. First pitch will be here in about 10 minutes. And let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and then I'll go over the starting lineups. Let's get it, baby. And on the thumb, on the left, we have Corey Seager. And on the right, Julio Rodriguez. Let's get into the starting lineup for the first visiting Texas Rangers. Leading off for the Rangers at second base, Marcus Semien. Batting second, playing shortstop for the Rangers, Corey Seager. Batting third, playing right field, Adolis Garcia. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, playing first base, Nathaniel Lowe. Batting fifth, playing left field, Wyatt Langford. Batting sixth, playing center field, Travis Jankowski. Batting seventh, DHing tonight for Texas, Robbie Grossman. Batting eighth, playing third base, Ezekiel Duran. And batting ninth, catching tonight for Texas, Andrew Kisner. And on the mound for the Rangers, their ace, Nathan Eovaldi. Now, Eovaldi has a 3-2 record and an ERA of 2.68, so this is not going to be easy for the Seattle Mariners, but we like our chances here in game number 2. And now let's get into the starting lineups for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners, playing shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Tridents up, baby. Let's go. Batting second, playing third base, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. Batting third, playing center field, no fly zone, Julio Rodriguez. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, DHing tonight for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting fifth, catching tonight for Seattle, Mitch Garver. Batting sixth, playing left field for Seattle, Luke Raley. Batting seventh, playing right field tonight for the Mariners, Dominic Canzone. Batting eighth, playing first base for Seattle, Tyler Locklear. And batting ninth, playing second base tonight for Seattle, it's Demo Dylan Moore. And on the mound for the Mariners, one of our aces, George Kirby. Now, Kirby's got a 5-5 record, an ERA of 3.81. We're trying to get our starters above 500. Everyone is sitting around a high 2 or a mid-3 ERA, except for Brian Wu, who's 3-0. But as far as Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Bryce Miller, and Logan Gilbert, we need a couple more wins in the win column to get them over the hump. But right now, I like where we are sitting, okay? Now, the Mariners are in first place in the American League West with a 41-31 record. And then with the Texas Rangers, they're in second place with a record of 33-36. Let's go, Mariners. Let's be electric. Let's get it done. Let's win 2 out of 3. And if we win tonight, let's try to get the sweep on Father's Day. And like I mentioned multiple times in the stream, make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health. Addiction, depression, anxiety, these are things that I've gone through, and I know some of y'all have gone through them in the past or are going through it right now as well. So if you feel like you're slipping into the darkness a little bit, make some minor adjustments to your daily routine. And if you don't have a daily routine, get one and add some positive aspects to it. Read a little bit, go outside, take a walk, exercise, listen to music, hang out with friends, spend time with your pets. You'd be really surprised if you just make a little bit of an effort to your daily routine. It'll help you win the day. Let's go Mariners. And I just got done within about an hour and a half ago of doing WWE Clash at the Castle there in Scotland. And I don't want to, blow any teasers for anyone or anything of that nature, even though if you're on social media, you probably know exactly what has happened at this point. Definitely worth watching. I'm a little tired, but I'm obviously going to pull through. We're double dipping today. 3-hour stream from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Took Paisley on a long walk for about 45 minutes, ate some lunch, and here I am on Fox, ready to go for game number 2 for the Texas Rangers and the Seattle Mariners. Now we're going to try to get the 50 likes tonight, 30 to 50, and 100 in the donos. Let's get it. Let's go. Daniel in the building. What's good? Lauren in the building. What's good? Sarah in the building. What's good? Let's get it. I'm ready. And if you do have a Twitter/X account, do your boy a solid and like and retweet the live stream. It'll help us get more people. And before I even have to mention it, Sarah, Lauren, True North Trident's up, and Matt Payton have already done it. Thank you so much. And hopefully we can end up getting some good results. And we have been really on an uptick of views, subs, shares, and donos, within the last few streams of the Mariners and the White Sox. Who would have thought that particular series was going to be very close all the way to the end? But game number 1, White Sox and Mariners, almost 2,000 views. Game number 2, almost 900. Game number 3, over 1,000. Game number 4, over 1,200. And then yesterday with Texas Rangers, Seattle Mariners, we're over 1,000. So we're definitely going to be shooting for over 1,000 views again. And I like where this channel is going. Let's get it, baby. I'm ready. And again, this will be the last stream of the night. And then obviously tomorrow is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to everybody. Obviously a little bit early going into tomorrow. I'm going to be going to my dad's place. Paisley and Lucas are going to hang out, our pups. And then we're going to have a barbecue, hot dogs, hamburgers, chips, the whole 9 yards, probably some ribs. I'm super excited because I haven't got to eat food like that in a long, long time. And the Dodgers and the Mariners are both playing at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So we're going to end up watching both of those games. And then by the time I get home, a little bit after that, then there's going to be a NASCAR Cup Series race, I believe a little after 4 o'clock Pacific. So I'm going to probably miss the first 50 laps. But that'll be a great way to kind of end off Father's Day. I got a really dope gift. I don't really want to spoil it because if my dad is watching right now, I don't want him to know what it is. But again, with this gift that I have, what I will say, it's a very epic Sandy Koufax gift, and that's my dad's favorite player besides Clayton Kershaw that's playing obviously currently right now. But he loves Sandy Koufax. He loves Don Drysdale. He loves all of the old school players, from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then even some of the current guys. So I'm very excited to be able to give that to him tomorrow. And then we'll be back on Monday. And we'll probably end up doing the Dodger game on Monday, even though they're going against the Rockies. Obviously, I know NBA Finals, game number 5 is going to be available to do, but I'm not going to do a stream on that. I'll end up probably watching it in the background and watching Boston finally win the championship, unless that the game, ends up going to Dallas and then Boston wins in 6. That wouldn't surprise me either. Boston in 5, Boston in 6. But the thing that we know for sure, the Celtics are going to win the championship, and the Florida Panthers, they're going to have a chance to win the championship, I believe, tonight. I think they're playing here in about 45 minutes, so we'll have a chance to see if Edmonton can stretch that series out and not get swept, and see if they can get something going. And then we'll go on Monday and probably do that Dodger matchup in the afternoon. And then once we get back to the Mariners on Tuesday, we'll grind it out at that particular time. And then on Tuesday, let's peek ahead. So we got Dodgers and Rockies at 5:40 p.m. on Monday. I'll do that game. And then the Mariners and the Guardians are going to play on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then on Friday, we transition into a 3 or 4 game set against the Marlins. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. This game is a global broadcast on Fox, so make sure you tune in, smash that like button for your boy. Let's go, baby. Oh, pizza. That sounds delicious. I haven't had pizza in a minute. Matt in the building. What's good? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. And in the WWE Clash at the Castle, Big steps up. Big stepping up, from Reefer Boys, as well as Zay, to make sure that we ended up getting above and beyond the goal. We hit 125 to help me end up getting some bills paid. So thank you guys so much. And we're going to try to hit 100 on this stream. And we're going to try to go for 30 to 50 likes. But I really would like to get as close to 50 as possible. 20 was a standard before, but now we're getting into the new territory where we're getting into about 30 to 50. And it's actually getting closer to 50, 60, 70 on the like column. And I like that. Let's go. Renee in the building. What's good? How are you? Lauren in the building, what's good? Sarah in the building, what's good? Matt in the building, what's good? Let's get it, baby. And again, on the mound for the Mariners, George Kirby, 5-5 record with a 3.81 ERA. And on the flip side, this is one of the Rangers' best pitchers. It's going to be tough. We got Nathan Eovaldi, 3-2 record with an ERA of 2.68. And as you know, not a lot of pitchers have an ERA below 3 nowadays. Let's go. Leading off for the Rangers, second baseman, Marcus Semien. Batting second, playing shortstop, the stud, Corey Seager. And another stud playing in right field, Adalis Garcia. Let's go, Mariners. I'm ready. And obviously, in the booth, we got Goldie in the booth, who's a Mariner broadcaster. AJ Pierzynski, I don't know why he's hired by Fox. He's fucking terrible. First pitch from Kirby to Semien inside. And Goldie is amazing. I don't want to see him go away at all. And there's a couple Mariner announcers that have ties to other teams. But hopefully we can end up keeping Aaron, in the building because I love him. Fouled off, pitch Garver's mask, 1-1 count. And I'm going to be honest, I like a lot of the older gentlemen, grandpa type of voices in baseball, as well as in football. Like Keith Jackson in the Pac-10 back in the day, and obviously Harry Carey, Dave Niehaus. We have these guys, Vince Scully. I love those old school voices, but I'm going to tell you something right here. Aaron Goldschmidt might have the best voice, right, for someone that's on television as far as a young broadcaster. He's got very good tonality. He knows a lot about the Mariners. He's not biased. And again, when you hear him broadcast compared to AJ Pierzynski, the former White Sox catcher, you're going to notice a big difference on how stupid AJ is and how great Aaron is. I don't even know why they have AJ on there. The only reason they have him on there because if they're contractually obligated because of Fox. But I can think of a billion of people that are better than AJ Pierzynski to be the color commentator. Garbage. Chris in the building. What's good? Pitches outside. 3-2 count. And George Kirby doesn't walk anybody. So let's get it in gear, Bubba. Let's go. Come on, George. Focus. You don't want to walk the first batter. 3-2 pitch to Semien. Right down the middle. Crushed towards third base. Foul. And I absolutely love this series. The Rangers and Astros are my favorite in the division. And Yankees, Orioles, love that. And then when we play the Braves, the Dodgers, and Phillies, I love that as well. And also the Brewers and Cubs. Guardians and Royals. I mean, there's a lot of matchups that I like. I like playing the best of the best. Pitch is high, and this is a rarity. George Kirby with a first batter walk, and normally this guy gets 3 walks or less, and to have a walk on the very first batter is very rare. 0.5 walks per game. 0.5 leads MLB, but he just got his first. So hopefully that's not a sign of what's to come later in the game. Next up for the Rangers, shortstop Corey Seager. Semien at first with the walk. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 count. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Let's go, baby. It's going to be tough, Chris. We got George Kirby on the mound. They got Eovaldi, one of their best pitcher, if not their best pitcher on the Rangers. But if we can win tonight, by somehow, some way, I think we're going to have a good chance for the sweep tomorrow. But again, 2 out of 3 would be great against a team like the Texas Rangers. Rangers, oh baby. 1-1 count from Kirby to Seager. Popped up. Shallow center field. Oh, J.P. Crawford with the Willie Mays type of catch. Let's go. I think, obviously the Royals and Dodgers are very good, right? Just like when we saw, the Orioles and the Phillies earlier today. That could be a World Series preview, right? But I think the Dodgers are going to get the edge, probably tonight more than likely, but I could see it going either way. If you got Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, right? Shohei Ohtani, on top of Teoscar Hernandez, kind of hard to be able to beat a team like that. But again, the Kansas City Royals, we know how good they are with Bobby Witt Jr. and company. But since the Dodgers are at home, I would probably be leaning towards them. And the main reason, and I don't, it's going to be close because Lugo is 9-2 for the Royals. Yamamoto is 6-2. So I'm looking at the lineup right now. Garcia, Witt, Pasquantino. Garver's throw, safe at second. Garcia, Witt, Pasquantino, Velasquez, Fermin, Lofton, Melendez, Blanco, and Hampton. Okay, let me look at the Dodger lineup, see if there's any changes. All right, got Betts, Ohtani, Freeman, Teoscar, Gez, Hayward, Biggio, Lux, and Barnes. Yeah, I'll go Dodgers tonight. And so just based off the lineup. So, but if the Royals end up winning, I won't be surprised, Mar. But I would have to go a slight edge, even though the Royal pitcher is amazing. Yamamoto ain't a fucking slouch either. Throw to first. There we go, 2 away. I hope it ends up being a close game with the Royals and Dodgers. That's a very good series. Just like this one, Rangers and Mariners, and also earlier today with the Orioles and the Phillies. Could be a World Series preview in any of these kind of matchups. Big facts. Game number 1, Dodgers won 4-3 against the Royals. So it was close. So it could go either way. And then game number 2 is today. Game number 3 on Father's Day tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And me and my dad will be watching that. So they had an MRI on Wu, and they're just being precautionary. It came up negative, so he will be starting probably sometime next week or the week after. They just want to make sure that he's okay, and we don't want to push him, any further because, like I said, he's an all-star player this year. Pitch right down the middle, the Nathaniel Lowe 0-2 count. So Wu is fine. And again, we have 2 all-stars on the team this year. Brian Wu, the starter, 3-0 record. We won all 6 of his starts, ERA of 1. And Andres Munoz, a top 3 closer in Major League Baseball. And then maybe Julio will get in, with a fan vote, but he doesn't really deserve it this year if we're being real. Pitch is high and inside, 1-2 count to Nathaniel Lowe. Wu is fine, and he's our best pitcher on the staff. I would go probably Brian Wu, Logan Gilbert, George Kirby, Luis Castillo, and then Bryce Miller. I think that's where I would go based off the rankings. 1-2 pitch to Lowe. Chopper. That's fair. There we go. We leave 1 stranded. Nice job, George. I didn't really like that walk right out of the gates, but we'll take it. Let's go to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0, Mariners and Rangers. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Let's get to 20 likes within the first hour. We got 47 people watching. And if the game ends up getting close, we'll peak over 100. Leading off for the Mariners, playing shortstop, it's my guy, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, playing third base, playing as one of the top 10 third basemen in Major League Baseball this year in 2024, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. And he was peaking, batting 300 to 350 for the first 25, 30 games. He's fell off a little bit, but he's starting to get back on track. Let's go, Josh. And batting third, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Trident up, baby. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm ready. Bring that electricity to the lineup. Let's go. We got 20 people watching on the YouTube side. We got 26 on the Twitter/X side. And out of the 20 people that are watching, we only have half of them liking the stream. So if you can take just a second out of your day, smash the like button for your boy. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you hop in the chat. Let me know who you are, where you're from, who your favorite teams are. We love interacting with y'all. The people that are watching on Twitter/X have no like button, no comment button. The only thing they can do is really share the stream itself. And there's no dono button over there either unless someone donates on the Cash App side. So we got 17 people now on the YouTube side. Please, 2 more people to smash the like button and we'll be at 10, and then we'll be halfway to the goal in the first hour. Let's go. And on the mound for the Rangers, arguably their best pitcher, 3-2 record with a 2.68 ERA, Nathan Eovaldi. Big game, Nate. We only won a couple times all year against the Rangers, so I like our chances so far. Let's go, baby. Let's go, JP. JP Crawford, first pitch. Lined out to left, 1 away. Let him know. Let's get it, baby. Next up for Seattle, Hollywood, Josh Rojas, 257 average, 3 homers, 12 ribbies, but he was batting 300 to 350, and at one point he was even peaking above 350 early in the season, just like Jared Kelenic was, our best player for the first 60 games last year, and then he kind of fell off, kicked the cooler, and broke his foot, and then he kind of faded late. We want to get Hollywood Rojas back on track. Let's go. 1-0 pitch to Rojas. Pitches outside, 2-0 count. I like that. I like that, baby. Let's go, baby. Pitch right down the middle. Big swing into this. 2-1 count to Hollywood. Megan in the building. How are you? I'll be praying for you, Renee. Sorry to hear that. Pitches inside. There for a strike. 2-2 count. So it's always tough when you have a pet that ends up being sick or passes away. Prayers up. Paisley is my whole life. So prayers. Pitch outside. Count is full. 3-2 count. Sending love your way, Renee. Megan, thank you so much for the like and the share. Bottom of the first, 0-0 Rangers and Mariners. Game number 2 in the set. 3-2 pitch from Eovaldi to Rojas. Pitches outside in a walk, baby. Let's go. That's a great sign, having Eovaldi walk early, just like Kirby did. Next up for the Mariners, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Right ends up, baby. We need you. Come on, Julio. First pitch is outside, 1-0 count. And if we can get Eovaldi to start walking a lot of batters, that's really going to play into our favor moving forward. Again, any way that we can get to first, hit my pitch, take some walks, move guys over, and just trying to find ways to get runs and RBIs and hits early and often. Hell, I'll even take bunts. And the Mariners are a pretty good bunt team. Luke Raley is the number one, hitter to get bunts on for bags. He can get to first by bunting, and there's not very many people that can do that. He's got 5 at-bats with bunts for singles. Luke Raley, stud, and he's in the lineup tonight. I can't wait to see him. Throw to first. The Hollywood Josh Rojas to keep him honest. Eovaldi to low. He is safe. It's a little overcast here with our walks that I had with Paisley. Pitch is inside. 2-1 count. Oh, whoa. They called that a strike? Hell no. Boo. Unless they said he went around. But I got my Julio jersey on today, the one that he's wearing. So hopefully that'll be a little bit good luck here. Blue Jay in the building. What's good? How are you? 1-2 pitch. Pitch is inside. 2-2 count. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, help your boy out. Let's get to 20 likes within the first hour. We got 47 people watching. We're at double digits. We're at 10 likes. 10 more to get to 20. Chopper. Yeah, baby. There we go. Let's go. Hell yeah. Runners on the corners, baby. Nice job, Julio. I had a feeling wearing the jersey might be able to give him a little extra luck. There we go, baby. Nice job, J-Rod. Next up for the Mariners, DHing today to have Garver play catcher with George Kirby. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh. My favorite player on the team, baby. Let's go. Discipline, leadership, defensive player, switch hitter, can throw guys out from the knees at first, second, and third, and hit home runs from the left side or the right side. There we go. And just like that, my favorite player knocks in another one of my favorite players. Let's go. 1-0. Mariners. Tridents up, baby. Yes, sir. Nice job. Rojas, Julio, Cal Raleigh, baby. Next up, another man that has been hot, and he has been fucking electric. Garbage in April and May, but you know what? He's been exactly this, electric in June. It's my guy, Mitch Garver. Big 2-run blast to be able to help us get that win yesterday. Let's go. 1-0, baby. You know, this is what the Mariners need to do. And if the Mariners can do this, you know, as we go along throughout the season, who's to say the Mariners can't make a deep run and play against a team like the Yankees or the Orioles, you know, or the Guardians or the Royals, you know, late in the season. I really do feel, you know, the teams right now, you got Orioles, you got Yankees, you got Mariners, you got Guardians, you got Royals. Those are the 5 best, you know, that are in the American League and more than likely are going to stay that way. And then on the National League side, you got the Braves, you got the Dodgers, you got the Phillies, you got the Brewers. And who's going to be that 5th team? Maybe the Cubs if they trade for Vlad Jr. I don't know. But there's going to be another surprise team that's going to come out of nowhere to be the 5th best team in the National League. But I don't think we know who it is just yet. Let's go. 1-1 pitch to Garv. Good eye. 2-1 count. It's always good when you can have a little bit of payback and revenge against your former team. This was his biggest play in April with the walk-off to win 2-1. Polanco got on base, and he was struggling. We were down 1-0, and then with that swing and that pitcher, we won 2-1. But he was very quiet after that. Big swing and a miss, 2-2 count. But he's been improved dramatically. And, I won't, sugarcoat it. I was pissed off on his production, but again, sometimes it takes a few months to get going, let alone if you're brand new to the team. He's been magnificent in June, and hopefully that'll continue. 2-2 pitch. Pitch is outside. 3-2 count. Count is full. So the Mitch Garver thing looks like it's starting to pan out. Luke Raley coming up next is panned out for Jose Caballero to the Tampa Bay Rays. The only one we don't know about yet that we can't give a grade is Jorge Polanco. I think he was getting maybe a C grade, and then he got hurt. So we want to be able to see if he can bounce back. Big swing and a miss by Garv. Nice punch out by Eovaldi. Give him some love. And I like this Texas Rangers spinning logo of the state of Texas with the baseball. It's very unique. One of the coolest spinning logos that I have. And we're not haters here. We'll make sure that we keep it right down the middle. Nice job, Nathan. Big game, Nate. Next up, one of my favorite players on the roster. One of the really good friends to Cal Raleigh, and the reason I like Cal Raleigh and Luke Raley so much is because they have the best work ethic and discipline on the team. They work very, very hard off screen, off camera, and it definitely shows. Raley, just fouled. Nice catch by the ball boy or ball girl there. Wow. Sitting down on the stool with the catch with the glove. Nice job. Let's go. Chopper towards first, foul. Great catch. And you're starting to see more ball boys and ball girls with great athleticism. 1-2 pitch to Luke Rayleigh. Got him. Great job by Big Game Nate there. We leave 2 stranded, but we did some damage, and that's what it's about. We got that 1 run to come in. 1-0 Mariners. All right, baby. I see you. I'm not a hater. All right, Big Game Nate. 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 Ks. But we got that 1 run, so that's really all that matters, baby. And then with George Kirby, let's take a quick look at the stat line for George. Had a walk at his first batter, and he's averaging the least amount of walks in all of Major League Baseball, 0.5 a game, even though he had 1 on the first batter. 1 inning pitch, no hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, no Ks. And hopefully we can get to 6 to 8 Ks before the game is over. Let's go. Next up for the Rangers, left fielder Wyatt Langford. A nice up-and-coming prospect there for the Rangers. Batting second, center fielder Travis Jankowski. And batting third, DHing for Texas, Robbie Grossman. Good question. I would assume they will be, but again, we'll have to kind of wait and see how the flow of the game goes. Like, if we're getting blown out and we're down 4-1, then they're probably not going to come in, and we'll try to save them for tomorrow on Father's Day. But again, if the game is close, there may be a chance that we can get both of those guys back in, or one of the 2 in. Or if they don't go to those guys, we'll have Sauce and some of these others that might be able to come in and do something. But hopefully we have those 2. Wow, 4 streams, busy lady. That's a lot of multitasking. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. We're at 13. We got 21 people on the YouTube side, 27 on the Twitter/X side. So if you're one of the 8 people that hasn't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Let's try to get to 20 within the first hour. We're at 13 likes. We need 7 more. In the box, left fielder Wyatt Langford. First pitch is high from George Kirby, 1-0 count. Kind of feels like it's not going to be one of those electric starts out of George Kirby where he gets 9, 10, 11 Ks. It kind of feels like it's going to be a 5 or 6 K kind of game, maybe 7 at the most. But again, it all depends on him if he can get off this, wild pitching here in the first and second inning. Wow, nice catch. That fan got a great catch there in the third row. Dominic Canzone with a look to the crowd. Let's go, baby. 1-1 pitch. Kirby to Langford, chops that one foul towards first base. 1-2 count. Langford, 6'1", 225, 22 years old, and he's a 4th overall pick in the 2023 draft. He's a stud. Very up-and-coming. Should be an everyday player moving forward for the rest of his career until he gets hurt. Big swing and a miss. Got him. There we go. First strikeout to Wyatt Langford. All right, there we go, George. I like that. We got to get the Mariner Moose out here. First K for George. There we go. Yes, sir. Next up, center fielder Travis Jankowski. But it also shows you, the Rangers won a World Series, the Astros won a World Series. You're not going to be on top forever, especially in the competitive division that has Seattle that was up and coming after all those years. And it's finally our time. We were in the shadow of the Rangers. We were in the shadow of the Astros for years and years and years. It's our time now. 1-1 pitch from Kirby to Jankowski. In the zone for a strike. There we go. 1-2 count. I like that. Jankowski batting .234 so far here in 2024. 1-0 Mariners in the top of the second. Jankowski grounded out to the shortstop. JP throw to... Oh, baby. Or to Locklear. 2 away. Love it. Next up for the Rangers, DHing for Texas, Robbie Grossman. Let's go, baby. Tridents up. Let's go, M's. George Kirby, first pitch, low and into the dirt, 1-0 count. And Panthers and Oilers are going to start here in about 20 minutes. Popped up, Robbie Grossman, Luke Raley. There we go. 3 up and 3 down. Well, you wouldn't be able to afford it anyways, even if you could. You got to be a rich person to be able to go to shit like that. First off, you got to get yourself a JOB, okay? Before you start thinking about paying $100, $200, $300, $500,000 for a little T-Swift action. Let's go to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Mariners. You got to be rich if you want to go follow her around the country. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder Dominic in the zone, can zone. Batting second, playing first base, Tyler Locklear. And batting third, playing second base tonight, it's Demo Dylan Moore. So what are we thinking, Sarah? Are we thinking Florida is going to end up sweeping the Oilers? Or is Edmonton going to finally wake up and win at least one game like the Dallas Mavericks did? So that way you don't get embarrassed. I feel that Edmonton will win tonight. I feel that the referees will call it a little heavier for Edmonton. And they're at home, so they don't want to get embarrassed and see Florida win the championship on their home ice. So I would assume Hyman, Connor McDavid, they'll find a way to get it done here, and Skinner is going to have a good game in net. But if Florida ends up winning, it wouldn't shock me, but I think Edmonton is going to get it. Just my gut feeling. So, but we'll see. Florida, is winning it all, just like the Celtics are winning it all. But there's a difference. On the NHL side, it was in a very exciting season from beginning to end. On the NBA side, it was kind of boring, And then if you look at this playoff run, it might have been the worst playoff run that we've seen in the last 20 years. But if you're a Boston Celtic fan, congratulations. It's going to happen very, very soon, and you're going to get a championship. Unfortunately, it kind of feels like a half of a championship. It doesn't feel real. Like when the Lakers won during COVID, it just doesn't really feel like a real championship in a real championship year. But I guess that's the, way that, the ball bounces, on the NBA side moving forward. Hopefully the competition will get a little bit better, but I have a feeling it's never going to be as good as it was in the 80s and 90s moving forward ever again. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Mariners. Dominic Canzone in the box. And if you're just tuning in, Cal Raleigh singled to the right. Rojas scored Rodriguez the third in the bottom of the first to give us a 1-0 lead. Hell yeah, baby. Let's go, Dirty Dom. Eovaldi to Dom. Throw to first. 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, first baseman, Tyler Locklear. Big swing and a miss for Locklear. 0-1 count. One count. It's out of the strike zone. Fractured heel there with that baseball. Not a whole lot of padding. Ty France is a tough son of a bitch. He gets hit by pitches more than anyone in Major League Baseball, but that one finally cost him a trip to the IL, the injured list. Come on, Locklear. No relation to Heather Locklear, but that would be hilarious if that was her mom, or if he was like related. And she was a bombshell back in the day. That is facts. There was a lot of people, not me, but a lot of people that I know that had that poster in their room growing up. A little bit before my time, though. People that grew up in more in like the 70s, early 80s. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is outside. 2-2 count on that four-seamer. Yeah, Uvalde's getting frustrated already. 2-2 pitch. Pitch is outside. 3-2 count. And hopefully we keep getting him flustered and frustrated. Because if he's getting strikes that are called ball that are like an inch away, then he's going to be a foot or 2 foot off the plate, and that's going to work in our favor. As long as we're not swinging wildly at every pitch. But Nasty Nate, he's big game Nate for a reason. On the corner, that was a ball, but then finally a makeup call called strike. Third strikeout, maybe a makeup call for Nate Uvalde. We'll give him some love. Third K for big game Nate. Next up for the Mariners, second baseman, Demo Dylan Moore. Pitch in the zone for a strike. 0-1 count. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Seattle. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Demo. 0-1 pitch. Chop into the catcher's mask and behind the plate. Behind in the count, 0-2. $42. So half of the fan base is under 40, and then half of the fan base is over 40. So it's usually like 18 to 40 years old is one part of the fan base, and then 40 to 90 is the other fan base. Big swing and a miss for Demo. Another punch out by Nasty Nate Uvalde. Big game night. Take a look at the stat line for the pitchers. 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 Ks for Uvalde. And then with George Kirby, let's take a look at him. 2 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 runs, 1 walk, 1 K, 1-0 Mariners. See who's up next here for the Rangers in the top of the third. Next up for Texas, third baseman Ezekiel Duran. Batting second in the 9-hole, catching tonight for Texas, Andrew Kisner. And batting third, back at the top of the order in the leadoff position, second baseman 0-for-0 with a walk, Marcus Semien. Let's go, Mariners. Reflect in the building. What's good, brother? Good start so far, getting hits from Rojas, Hollywood, Julio and Cal. Cal singled to right, Rojas scored, and then Rodriguez to third. 1-0 Mariners. That's always a good sign when we can score first. We just got to make sure that's not the only run we get all game. And like I mentioned multiple times in the stream, make sure you're taking care of your mental health, addiction, depression, anxiety. These are things that people are going through right now or have in the past. It's hard to get out of it, but again, you have to hold yourself accountable and make some minor adjustments to your daily routine. And, if you end up doing the music thing, exercising, eating a little bit healthier, you don't really think it's going to make that much of a difference. But once you actually hold yourself accountable and you do those things for 21 days or longer, it becomes a pattern and a habit. And it's always good to have good habits and patterns instead of going down that road of bad habits and addiction. So if you can end up having good habits, you'd be really surprised. It's something that you end up looking forward to doing. Like when I started walking with Paisley, we used to do 1 walk a day. Then I started doing 2 walks a day. Then I started doing 3 walks a day. And then at this point, if it was, maybe me, my former self, like a year ago or 2 years ago, there's no way in hell I would be able to do that. But again, you push yourself a little bit more each day, and then you can end up seeing the results. I've lost a lot of weight. This is probably the best I feel and looked, since my high school days. So again, if you're willing to put in the work, you can get great results, and it'll help you with your mental health. In fact. Let's go, George. Top of the third, 1-0 Mariners. 0-1 pitch to Duran is high, 1-1 count. Hopefully you're having a great day, Reflect. In the box for the Rangers, third baseman Ezekiel Duran. 6 through 9 hitters are 0 for 32. I love that. That's a great stat. Mariners pitchers, we're holding batters to the lowest batting average in baseball, so let's keep it moving. Kirby pitches outside with a little blooper to Julio. No fly zone. And we caught some rain here as well. But I prayed to the weather gods, and I looked up at the sky and I said, please, let's not get me and Paisley soaked out here if I'm going to be out here at 45 minutes at a time. And then literally about a minute later, the sun came out. So we only got a little bit wet for about 5-10 minutes. So sometimes you just got to talk. Let them know that you're there. Pitch in the zone for a strike to Andrew Kisner. Oh, gym and a cafe. Nice. Rain in the rain barrel. Nice. And I don't mind. Paisley, when she was a baby, she hated the rain. She would look at me, take a few steps, and then shake her head and then go back into the garage or inside. But now she is such an adventurous pup. She doesn't care. Even if it's pouring down rain, she knows that she's got to go pee and poo outside, and she likes to go and sniff flowers and, kind of explore and whatnot. So, she's game for anything, and I love that about her. She's really brought out the outdoorsman in me, and I feel like I'm so grateful and blessed to have her, because I wouldn't be able to appreciate the outdoors as much if I didn't have her, because I probably wouldn't be exercising or be out in nature as much without her. So I owe a lot to her and having her in my life. 0-2 pitch, Kirby to Kisner. Got him, baby. Kisner, sit down. George Kirby with another K. Mariner Moose loves that shit. Yes, sir. Next up, second baseman Marcus Semien. George Kirby had a walk at his very first batter, and he's leading the major leagues in walks with, not really doing them. 0.5 is what he's averaging. Number 1 in Major League Baseball. I mean, there's some guys that are going to be walking 4, 5, 6 batters. So to average only 0.5 walks a game, pretty good. Pitch is outside. 1-0 count. 1-1 count. One pitch to Simeon. Chopper to Rojas. Throw to Locklear. Got him. See you later. Trident's up. And if we win this game, we're going to have a good chance to try to go for the sweep. But again, it's very difficult, to be able to get sweeps on teams, let alone a 4-game sweep. But if it's 3 games, we've done it against the Reds and the Angels. But again, we got kind of overconfident thinking that after we swept the Angels, we got the Oakland A's, they're bootios. We're going to sweep them. And what happened? We got our ass kicked in the first 2 games and had to come back from behind to win that 3rd one. So we'll see what happens here in this matchup. But I like our chances against the Rangers. We only won a couple games last year, and we're going to win a majority of the games this year. Let's go. Nice 3-2 win yesterday. And if we have to win that way again, I'll take it. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Trident's up, baby. Batting second, playing third base, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. And batting third, center fielder, no-fly zone, Julio Rodriguez. Trident's up, baby. Let's go. Likes up, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. And Army just came in and liked and retweeted the stream. I appreciate that. We're getting really good support, lately within the last week, and it really means a lot. We've been able to kind of take the channel's views, the sub count, the shares to another level, and I really greatly appreciate that. Let's see where we're at right now. And we only need 25 subs to get to 20,300, and we're getting closer and closer to the 4 million view mark for views total. We're getting closer and closer, so hopefully we'll be able to get that before the year ends. We got 27 people watching on YouTube, 40 on Twitter/X. We're at 18 likes, so we got 29 people on the YouTube side. So if you are watching, please smash the like button. Now we have 30, so we got 11 people that haven't smashed the like button just yet. Please do that for your boy. We need one more before the hour mark comes up in 8 minutes to hit the first goal, and we want to try to get to 30 to 50 likes. So, and just kind of a breakdown of how things have been going for us. The White Sox, game number 1, 1,900 plus views. Game number 2, 900. Game number 3, over 1,000. Game number 4, 1,200. And then yesterday, over 1,000. So we're really starting to ramp up, and it shows you if we didn't get those likes up, those numbers don't happen. So it's very important, to everyone to kind of work together so that way we can get the shares on the Twitter/X and the like button. It definitely helps with the recommendations to people on YouTube and the analytics and metrics. Because before we were getting, 200 to 500 views. Now we're getting more likes and we're getting more support. Now we're going from, 200 to 500 to, 900 to 1,900. So we need to keep leveling up. 75 people in the building. Let's go. J.P. Crawford struck out swinging, 1 away. Come on, J.P., next time around. Next up, third baseman, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. Let's go, Hollywood. The electric, baby. And I've already done one stream earlier today, WWE Clash at the Castle. So, you wouldn't know it, based on my voice or the energy, but I push hard. And again, it was a 3-hour stream, and I only had an hour and a half break. But it wasn't really a break. I had to go take Paisley for a 45-minute walk and then prep. So, we're going to be pretty much grinding for 7 hours today, but no stream tomorrow for Faj's Day. Going to be able to spend some time with my dad and watch Mariners and Dodgers play. And then we'll be back on Monday. The Mariners have a day off, so we'll do the Dodger game against the Rockies. And then we'll be back on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Mariners versus the Guardians. We get a little payback on them from the beginning of the year. And then after that, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to go against the Marlins, baby. So we have a very good opportunity to hopefully win 2 out of 3 against the Guardians, 2 out of 3 against the Rangers, and maybe sweep the Marlins. So things are looking up and up for the Mariners. 41-31 record, 25-12 at home. First place in the American League West. Pitch is low and inside, 3-1 count. Army in the building, what's good? Pitch is low and in the zone. Should have been a walk right there, but called strike, 3-2 count. Come on, baby, let's get a walk here. Discipline, Rojas. He ain't going to hit the strike zone. There we go. There we go, baby. That's my guy. Good discipline at the plate. Nice job, Hollywood. Next up, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Pitch is blowing into the dirt, 1-0 count. Woo! Let's go, baby. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Marinez. 1-0 count to Julio. Throw to first. To Nathaniel Lowe to keep Rojas honest. Safe. The crowd starts to boo. If you just started to tune in to the stream, in the bottom of the first, Cal Raleigh single to right. Rojas, Julio, and Cal back to back hits. And then we ended up getting that nice RBI by Cal Raleigh into right field. 1-0 Marinez. I love it. Julio. Shot towards third base, foul. I decided to wear the Julio jersey today for extra luck, and so far so good. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. Check swing. Got a little bit, piece of it behind the plate. 1-2 count. We had a good first inning, Army. Like I said, we got hits right out of the gate. You know, and it's very rare to go back to back to back and have 3 hits or have 3 guys get on base in the first inning. And Cal, obviously being Cal, being clutch. But also, Julio's a big part of it too. You know, to be able to get going early and not having him being 0 for 2, 0 for 3, and then having to salvage his night, you know, in the 8th or the 9th inning to go 1 for 4. You know, anytime you can get something going early, he'll have a good opportunity for 2 to 3 hits in a game, or possibly a big RBI or a home run late in the game. 1-2 pitch from Eovaldi throwing to first again. Boo! Bottom of the third, 1-0 Seattle. Runner at first. 1-2 pitch to Julio. Chopper towards third base. That is foul. I got a really sick authenticated Julio autographed jersey that's signed and sewn. I haven't framed it yet, but at some point I got to do that. 1-2 pitch. Julio, back, gone! Let's go! Wearing the Julio jersey was correct. And sometimes your boy just has a little bit of a feeling. Back, gone. Julio Rodriguez, Trident's up. We're fucking winning today. Let's go. Trident's up, baby. Electricity in the lineup. Oh, baby. 3-0 Marinez. Fuck yeah. Sports gods are like, you know what? He's due. Thank you. Let's go, baby. Let's go! 3-0 Mariners. Take that, Eovaldi. Reflect with a tenor. Woo! Yes. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus stack, bang, bang. Appreciate you. And I like Goldie, obviously, announcing, and AJ Pierzynski's fucking terrible. So maybe the sports gods are like, well, if you have to listen to AJ for fucking 9 innings, let's get Julio with a fucking home run, huh? There we go, baby. Yes, sir. Fuck yeah, baby. And again, Julio getting started early, that's the key. Fuck yes. Talk about Julio. Julio's like, yep, let me get it done. Bang. 1-2 pitch into Cal Raleigh. 2-2 count. Come on, Cal. What you got cooking for us? You got another thing cooking here? Go back to back? 4-0 Mariners? Huh? Are we cooking? You smell what Cal Raleigh is cooking? 2-2 pitch. Crush that one. Foul. Count remains 2-2. Nice electricity by Julio, baby. Great follow through. Nice job. 3-0 Mariners. Get that exercise in. I don't know. For me, I just like listening to the home, Mariner, announcers. Like anytime I end up listening to anybody that's on a, national broadcast through Fox or ESPN or others, sometimes they're okay, but I think all of us prefer our own, if we feel that they're pretty good. Like I don't have a problem with Sims. I don't have a problem with Dan Wilson. I don't have a problem with any of the guys that we have. And of course, some people like some of the announcers more than, the others, but yeah, for me personally, I'm not really a big AJ guy. But if you listen to him on the regular and you like him, that's, obviously something that you have more experience with him. But yeah, it's a hard pass for me, But I do like Aaron, and I think, he's very underrated. I really like his tonality. And as far as a younger guy, he's one of the best announcers based on his voice and, knowledge and just being, young and having that energy and that tonality that's kind of rare. He's a young guy that kind of has an older guy voice, and I like him a lot. So when AJ talks on Foul Territory and other stuff, is he a little snarky? Like, what's the reason that you like him? He makes jokes and he's funny, or what's the big thing about AJ that you like? Pitches inside, nice walk to Cal. Yeah, especially if you have ties with other organizations from your, either your dad or history. So yeah, I think that a lot of us were scared that he was going to leave to go to St. Louis. So I want him to stay in Seattle forever. Cal to first. Next up, catcher Mitch Garver. So you like the sarcasm and whatnot. Very straightforward, straight shooter, and then sarcastic, a little over the top. And we'll get reflect some more photos once he comes back. And I assume that show's on MLB Network, correct? I don't watch a lot of the shows on MLB Network. I mean, every once in a while I'll tune in, but I'm usually watching games, and I usually don't watch a lot of the shows that they have on there. Occasionally, if I have time, but a lot of the time I'm doing research, reading, and doing film study, and then going and trying to cover the whole league. So sometimes I don't have time to be watching the shows that that are on the network. So. And a lot of the shows that are out there, as far as sports talk, aren't really very good. I can't say for the baseball side, but as far as like the morning shows, covering basketball, baseball, football, hockey, I can't listen to them. I mean, really the only shows that I can watch anymore, like Good Morning Football and the Pat McAfee show. And shit, I don't even listen to those that often anymore. Two-0 count to Garv. Pitch is outside, 3-0 count. It's on YouTube between 9 and 12. Okay. Maybe I'll tune in and I'll see if I give AJ a second chance, but not really my cup of tea. But again, everyone's going to have their favorites depending on who their teams are and what experience you have with the shows and teams that you watch. So. Of 0 for 1. 3-1 pitch. Pitch is low, and he walked him. Here we go. Good job, Garv. Runners on first and second. We love the walks, baby. 3-0 Mariners. Seeing Bochy will get ejected again. Next up, left fielder, Luke Raley. Let's go, Luke. And Iovali is definitely one of the best pitchers on the staff. So when you can fuck up one of their best pitchers, 3-2 record, ERA of 2.68. You don't see a lot of pitchers with an ERA under 3 anymore. Big swing and a miss to Luke Raley. 0-1 count. Cal and Luke got a good relationship. Hey, Luke Raley, why don't you bunt? Get these guys to move over. Luke's got the most base hits out of anybody in the major leagues with 5 base hit bunts, for singles. But now it's too late to do that. Behind in the count, 0-2. How many shows on MLB Network do you watch on a weekly basis, Army? Raley, top foul. Go, Luke. The night and day difference, if you go back and look at our lineup that we had last year, even though we strike out a lot, batting average is still a little low, but it's a night and day difference. I feel, just with the vibes in the bullpen. Big swing and a miss by Raley. Got him. 6 Ks for Nate, but he's down 3-0, so it doesn't even matter. He can get to 10 to 12 Ks, but, we got some big hits here. Next up, right fielder, Dominic Canzone. But this lineup to me is a hell of a lot better than last lineup yesterday. I like more lefties in the lineup, rather than having some of the shitty right-handers that are going to be in the box. Dominic Canzone, baby, here we go. Go, 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 run, run, run. Yes, sir. 4-0 Mariners. Fuck yeah. Nice job, Dumper. Hell yeah. What a great early Father's Day gift. Nice job, Cal. He got a big dumper, so, he's a little slow. He doesn't run that fast. Nice job by Dominic Canzone. I love it. Let's go. Much better than having, even though Victor Robles went 2 for 2 yesterday and, Ryan Bliss and some of these others, I like having this type of lineup in the game. Crawford, Rojas, J-Rod, Cal, Garv, Raley, Dominic Canzone, Locklear, Moore. I like this lineup a lot. Next up, first baseman, Tyler Locklear. Let's go. 4-0 Mariners. We're winning, baby. They're not coming back. Let's fucking go. It feels so good to be in the shadow, of the Astros and the Rangers and the Yankees and the Braves and the Dodgers and the Phillies and all these teams over all these years. And then now finally we're getting the respect as a top 10 team. And even though the pitching staff gets maybe more credit than they deserve, people just look at the 5 names and say, wow, but they don't really know the records or the ERA, right? And then they see the players and you guys suck at hitting and you strike out a lot. Yes, that's all true. The pitching has underwhelmed at times. Sometimes it's been lights out, little dribbler to third, force out to second, leaving one stranded there, but we take the 4-0 lead. But even though we strike out a lot and it's hard to get hit, we're still super competitive, fun to watch. And again, it wouldn't be shocking if the Mariners overachieve, and in the next 3 to 5 years, there's a chance that the Mariners make an ALCS or a World Series. And who knows, we might be able to make an ALCS or World Series this year. That's fucking exciting. Let's go. End of the third inning, 4-0 Mariners. It's just always sweet, when you can beat the shit out of your rivals. A's, Angels, sit down. Rangers winning a World Series, Astros winning a World Series, and now they're looking up at Seattle. Even though we're not perfect, we're far from perfect, and we're still balling out. 10 games above 500 and beating the shit out of everybody. It's nice. It's overdue. I mean, hell, we went 20 years with no playoffs. So it feels good to be a loyal Seattle Mariner fan since the mid-'80s and actually having fun baseball. Like, I'll be honest, watching 95 slide, the 97 year with Griffey, 2001 Ichiro's rookie year, even though Griffey went to the Reds, and then obviously in 2022 when we had this with Cal Raleigh, right? This has been the most enjoyable season for me to watch Mariner baseball maybe ever. Like, just the potential and where we're sitting with the pitching staff and knowing that we're not perfect, but we got a lot of upside. Like, I don't know if I've had this much fun watching the Mariners play. And there's been teams that have been much better, like that 2001 team, the 95 team, the 97 team. But it's just, I don't know. It's just really fun to be able to see these guys come together and have it work out. We've got a bright future. Let's see who's up here for the Texas Rangers. And just a couple days ago, we only had 10 teams out of 30 that were above 500. So I'm glad that we're one of those top 10 teams. And even though we might be, the 9th or 10th best team to a lot of people out of the 10, I like our chances of being an underdog if you want to challenge us. We'll show you. Next up for the Rangers, 0 for 1, shortstop, Corey Seager. Batting second, right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Both of those guys are studs. And batting third, first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. Let's go Mariners. When you have bandwagon fans, that's one thing. You're always going to have bandwagon fans, that only support when, the team is good. But for some of us diehard fans that have been watching, since the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s, it really feels good because I feel if you live in Oregon or Washington, we're very, very diehard and passionate, whether it's the Seahawks, the Kraken, the Mariners, the Sonics back in the day, the Blazers, the Ducks, the Beavers, the Huskies, the Cougs. We're built different because we've been through so much misery, that even if we get our ass kicked and we lose all our games, the fans still fucking show up and act like we're a playoff team every single year. That's the difference between a lot of the fans compared to the Midwest, the East Coast, and the South. They get kind of spoiled, by all the victories they have, and then once they end up being shitty, the support stops for some of those people. But we're on the flip side. We haven't had that kind of success, and to be able to be, very, loyal and passionate, even when shit is in the fucking gutter, and then to be able to see things getting better, it's just like. It's like just rain, and then seeing the sun come out with a beautiful sunset, and just knowing that good things are about to happen. Popped up. There we go to Luke Raley, one away. Seager flied out to left. Marvel in the building. What's good? Nice. Heck yeah. I got one for you. Me and Griffey at 7, 1989. Best day of my life. I don't have too many heroes, but my dad and Ken Griffey Jr. are my two. Well, that's dope. Never got Edgar's autograph or met him or Jay Buhner and Bones. But again, I met Ken Griffey Jr. and Sandy Koufax. My dad's been a Dodger fan since the 50s, so those are the two most famous players that I've ever met. But those are pretty good ones to meet. That's pure left-handed hitter. That's left-handed pitcher, not named Steve Carlton or Randy Johnson. So, and it changed my life forever. Meeting Koufax when I was 10, in 4th grade, and then meeting Ken Griffey Jr. when I was in 1st grade. Even though I'm 42 now, it feels like it was yesterday, when I met him. And I met his dad too, and his dad was super nice to me too. I'll never forget that memory in that moment. And Griffey's got the best signature out of anyone in sports. Such a clean autograph. He took the time to spell Ken Griffey Jr., not doing that bullshit that like LeBron does, LJ23. I would be fucking pissed. If he just did, KG and then 24. I'd be, what the fuck is this? I don't know if people really realize, when you take the time for a kid to actually, do a nice autograph, it means everything to that person. Top of the 4th, 4-0 Mariners. 0 for 1, Nathaniel Lowe. I'm jealous, man. You got to meet Edgar and Bone. That'd be a dream come true if I could meet them. Never got a chance to meet Randy Johnson or Ichiro. Would have loved to have been able to meet them too. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. You're 42 as well? Yeah, time does fly. But I've been watching since around 85, so 3-4 years old. And I remember, me and my dad talking about Griffey, at high school, and obviously getting called up, single A, double A, and then obviously making it at 19. And my dad was telling me how rare that was even back then. To be able to make a starting roster for 20 years old is almost unheard of. And then to be able to come out of the gates, swinging and just, doing amazing plays, on defense, robbing home runs, and being that prospect. But again, if you lived out here in Oregon and Washington back in the 70s and 80s, you knew that there was something special. And Ken Griffey Jr. Was an icon. I mean, he was the first baseball player to have his own shoe. And you got to think about that. Candy bar, video game. There's not very many people that had the career as Ken Griffey Jr. Popped up. There we go, Rayleigh. Throw back to first. Ooh, strong throw. Good thing you did not bobble that by Locklear. There we go. Low flight out to left. Next up, left fielder Wyatt Langford. What did you get your autographs on? Marvel, did you get them on cards? Did you get them on photos? Did you get them on Sports Illustrated? What did you get your autographs on? But obviously for me, it's Griffey, Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez, Ichiro, and then obviously Cal Raleigh and Julio now. Pitches outside, 1-0 count, top of the fourth, 4-0 Mariners. But I got a couple, Griffey autograph things, autograph photo, PSA DNA, autograph All-Star Baseball, a couple Julio autograph rookie cards that are graded. I got 3 of them. I got a Cal Raleigh rookie card auto, Topps Heritage. Throw to second, safe. No way. That's awesome that you had that connection with the doctor to the Mariners. How cool is that? Random trading cards, rookies, old school cookie cards. Yes, the mother's cookies. I love that shit. Like we used to have Fran's bread cards, right, for the Blazers, Oro wheat for the Seahawks, right, that I would collect. And then they had the mother's cookies that I always would be looking for, for those cards. That's awesome, man. But I guess we're the same age, so we're in the same kind of, same kind of era. I ended up winning a Donruss contest in the early 90s where they had a grand prize, a first place prize, and then a second place prize, right? Second place prize was like, I don't know what it was, like maybe like 5 boxes of like Donruss or something like that, right? 5 to 10 boxes. And then first place was a case of like, 50 boxes of like Donruss. And then the first place was like a trip to the All-Star game. I ended up winning the first place prize for Donruss. And then like UPS back in the day dropped off like a fucking crate of Donruss cards. Obviously, Donruss stuff was overproduced and a lot of this shit is not worth a whole lot of money. But just to be a kid and to be able to, have those puzzle pieces of like Carl Yastrzemski and some of those Donruss cards. And then I ended up writing on the back of the wrappers and I sent it in. And, my dad was like, don't think you're going to win, but you can try. And I was like, all right, I'll fucking try. And I ended up winning, one of the first place prizes. I think they had 2, that you could get like a case or a crate of cards of boxes. And I don't know how many came, 20 to 50 boxes of cards. And, opened them up with my dad. Pretty cool. A lot of that shit isn't worth anything now, but the memory as a kid, you got to think, being 7, 8, 9 years old and actually winning something like that after, meeting Griffey and Koufax, pretty cool. That was like the biggest thing I've ever won through a card company before. Top of the fourth, 4-0 Seattle. Runners at first and third, 2 away. Kmart, yes, and the Toys R Us cards too. Yes. Oh, I got Pogs. I got Pogs and Slammers right next to me, man. I got the O.J. Simpson medal. OJ and the Slammer. They have multiple versions of it, but it's like a hard metal. He's got him behind bars, and on the back it's got like the car and the chase. And I got this super rare Michael Jordan Slammer I've never opened, and I've never seen another one on eBay. And it's obviously Jordan going in like in the air, and it's not Space Jam, it's like a Nike one. And so a lot of times, I learned the ability of what was worth money at an early age with cards, and I had the discipline to not like ruin my shit. And that's why I have a lot of like my toys. I'm a big toy collector and card collector, and I still have a lot of my stuff back in the day. But I got an 8-ball Slammer, an OJ Simpson Slammer that I used to win against other kids, and then I got that Michael Jordan Slammer that I never even opened, and it's still in the original plastic with the little staple in it. So that's very cool. I miss Pogs. I actually was looking at some of those, about a couple weeks ago, thinking like maybe it'd be cool to like buy, a few of them and whatnot, even though they're not really worth a lot now, but just the nostalgia factor. Top of the fourth, 4-0 Seattle. Runners on the corners, first and third with 2 outs. Jankowski in the box. George Kirby, 2-1 pitch. Check swing. Got a little bit of a piece of that 2-2 count. The OJ one is worth pretty good money. The one that I have, they had like 4 variations of it. And I have like, for whatever reason, I got the most expensive one. I didn't know that probably back in the day when I got it. But they typically, if you have one of the rare ones, they'll go for like 50, 60 bucks. They have a cheaper version of it where maybe it's like one-sided, that you might be able to get for like 10 to 30. But if you have like the expensive one, it's like 50 to 75 bucks, and it's a hard piece of metal, 2-sided. And then the 8-ball one that I have, just a standard one, like $10 Slammer, 10, 15 bucks. And then the Jordan one is uber rare. That one's definitely like a $50 to $100 because I've never seen another one. And I've looked on eBay over and over, and they have like Michael Jordan, like Space Jam ones, but I've never seen this Nike Jordan one ever. I'm always kind of looking to see, comparisons, on like memorabilia. 2-2 pitch is high from Kirby to Jankowski, 3-2 count. The Marvel cards, you remember those from back in the day? Oh my gosh. Some of those rare Marvel ones. Oh, we got them. Yes. Let's go. Nice job, George. Some of those are worth some really good money nowadays, especially if you get them graded. There we go. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-0 Mariners. Hell yeah. Next up for the Mariners, 0-1 with a K, second baseman, it's Timo Dylan Moore. Batting second, 0-2 with a K, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. And batting third baseman, Hollywood Josh Rojas. Let's go M's. I know, isn't it wild? Like, if you can have some of the PSA 10 hologram ones, man, it's a lot of money. Because a lot of them don't grade very high, and it's just wild, man. I saw even some old, like, Star Wars cards, because a lot of times I'll look, on eBay, or I'll just have my timeline, through different collectors. And, almost anything, if you can get a Gem Mint 10 or a BGS 10 Pristine or BGS 9.5, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a Ninja Turtle card. It could be a Star Wars card. But, the rarity of it, may or may not matter. But obviously, the more rare, and if you have a good condition cardboard, anything, I mean, it can fluctuate the value from, maybe 10 to 20 bucks to hundreds and thousands of dollars. Wild, man. it's just cool to be able to have those memories, you know, as a kid and, you know, the collectibles and whatnot. But I love being surrounded by a lot of like my collection. Some of it, you know, obviously in boxes, so you know, you're not going to be able to look at some stuff, but I have a lot of like my favorites, and I got shit stacked on the floor in the corner, like all kinds of King Griffey Jr. starting lineups, McFarlane's, cards, wrestling figures, you name it. A little bit of everything. Bottom of the fourth, 4-0 Mariners. Eovaldi goes out, Burke comes in. Brock Burke, 5 games, 0-0 record, ERA of 15. Hopefully we can get his ERA up to 20, and we can blow this guy out of the water. Let's go. Let's go, Demo. Let's go, baby. Let me know what you want to do for photos. Reflect, I got you. Eric in the building. What's good? Bottom of the fourth, 4-0 Seattle. Yeah. Demo, chopper toward third, throw to first. One away. Yeah. Even in bad condition, figures are still worth money. You know, like I said, I started collecting very, very early. You know, probably 5 years old, and I'm 42. And I would say 95% of my collection is still in the box. You know, I had that type of mentality when I was younger, and you know, even when I had my King Griffey Jr. auto, I remember kids tried to like trade me for it, and I was like, no. You know, I knew the value of shit. I was a hustler, you know, growing up. You know, whether it be Pogs or Magic the Gathering or whatever it is, like if I knew that there was money involved, you know, I'm gonna go for it. Shivan Dragon, Leviathan, Force of Nature. If you know Magic the Gathering, you know. A lot of people, when they look at me, they're like, there's no way you played Magic, but I did. You know, if it was like a hot commodity back in the day and the cards were worth money, I didn't care what it was. You know, if it was cardboard and it was cool, I'm probably collecting it. And you know, I remember Ninja Turtle cards, and then remember those like rocker cards that they had in the day. They had like the hair bands, like Poison and whatnot. They had Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer, but they had like these like pro set cards that were like musicians, and then you could buy. They're not worth anything, but I remember even shit like that I would collect, and I love those. Sometimes it's not about the value of the card; it's just the memories as a kid. So, bottom of the fourth with 2 outs, Seattle up 4-0. Next up, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. Go Hollywood. One 0 pitch from Burke to Rojas. Pitch in the zone for a strike. 1-1 count. I know, it's wild. You think, oh, these are worth nothing, and then now you see what the grading companies, even though it's kind of a scam, it feels like with like PSA, SGC, and BGS. You know how much they used to, because they used to only charge like $10 a card, and then now it's like, you know, $30, $40, and then if you have a really high-end card, you might have to pay a couple hundred, you know, for it. So they're definitely making a lot of money, you know, obviously during the COVID, you know, period where the card boom increased, you know, and they definitely took advantage of a lot of the collectors. Big swing and a miss. And there goes Rojas. End of the fourth inning, 4-0 Mariners. George Kirby with a one-hitter, baby. Next up for the Rangers, 0 for 1, DHing for Texas, Robbie Grossman. Batting second, 0 for 1, third baseman, Ezekiel Duran. And batting third, 0 for 1 with a K, catcher, Andrew Kisner. Let's go Mariners. Looks like you and me were correct there. I had a feeling that Edmonton wasn't going to get swept. Bro, Steve, you sound like me. I was a hustler and I did the same shit. You know, I would end up going to the gas station or like the different stores and I would get as much candy and I would be selling stuff like that too. You sound like me, dude. I was always hustling when I was a kid back in the day. You know, because I always wanted to be able to have money to buy whatever collectibles or toys or whatever, you know. And, you know, again, if you didn't really have a big, like, allowance, you know, or anything like that, you had to be a hustler and be smart to find ways to be able to make money, whether that's selling, you know, candy and gum at school. I did the same shit, dude. That's hilarious. Sounds like a lot of us have that same type of hustler mentality from back in the day. But I was doing that shit in fucking, you know, elementary, middle school. Didn't really do it that much in high school because at that point, you know, you have different interests, you know, girls and, you know, you're playing sports. We were, you know, gambling, playing basketball and stuff. But definitely in middle school, I was hustling, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I guess we were all a little bit of a hustlers back then. Go to the top of the 5th inning, 4-0 Mariners. And a lot of us, you know, that are on the channel have a lot of things in common. You know, collecting sports cards, magazines, you know, toys, you know, whatever it is. But, you know, if you're an 80s baby or even a 70s baby, there's a reason why 80s collectibles are worth the most. If you look at like Transformers, G.I. Joes, Ninja Turtles, you know, not only did they have the best cartoons back then, the toy lines, including Star Wars, you know, were the best. And like I said, if you ended up collecting and growing up in that era, I was born in 82. So I got the beginning of the 80s, the mid 80s, and then the late 80s and the early 90s. So, you know, if you were able to be living in that time period, you understand. Grossman popped up. Shallow right in center field to Julio. No fly zone. One away. There we go. Nice job, Julio. Good defense, Julio. Bunt attempt for Duran. Throw to first. Wild throw. Throw to second. Safe. Ezekiel Duran reached on a bunt single to the pitcher. Duran safe at second on a throwing error by Kirby. Next up, catcher Andrew Kisner. That was a wild sequence right there. Dude, talk about a come up. That's awesome. Like, some people know the story about me, but a big, you know, reason why I was able to take the channel to another level, you know, the economy was really shitty in the early 2000s, and I shit you not, right? I had a job and I was working at a Fortune 500 company and I had 10 crisp $100 bills, right? And I thought a lot of my friends would buy Jordans or party stuff or, you know, wasting it on dumb things, right? With partying. And I thought, okay, I got $1,000. I need to invest in it. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to get a Babe Ruth rookie for $1,000 or a Mickey Mantle rookie. I can get a Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle card, right? So I was thinking, okay, let's see if I can get a Jordan rookie. And I shit you not, in LeBron's rookie year in 2003, the economy was down. The Jordan rookie in a PSA 9 was worth $2,500. And I won an auction on eBay with 50 people, and I got the PSA 9 Jordan rookie for $1,000, $980, $20 for insurance, and then I ended up selling it a few years back, you know, for obviously the iMac and the speakers, and now the card is worth like $20,000 to $30,000, you know. But again, if you're smart and you're a hustler, sometimes you can find those opportunities to be able to find a gem. And you know, I knew I wasn't gonna keep that card forever, but again, it was nice to be able to be on the come up of something that you spend $1,000 and then now you know it's worth like 20 to 30. But again, it's like, would I rather have a $20,000 card or 20,000 subscribers and be where I'm at today to be able to help people and to be able to continue my dream? So, and I ended up owning the card from 2003 until like 2017. So I had the card for about 14, 15 years. But again, it was a little nerve-wracking owning it, because if you have a Jordan rookie and you have it in your hands, especially a high-grade Jordan rookie like that, it felt weird. Like, like people talk about, having a gold bar or having some kind of special item. I can't describe the feeling of actually holding the card. I don't know. It was almost like magical, like knowing that you have something that's going to continue to grow in value. And when Jordan passes away, the 9 will go up to 50 to 100,000, and then the 10 will obviously increase in value from 100,000 to 200,000, 300,000. So, obviously, if I didn't have dreams and goals, I would still have the Jordan rookie to this day. And then I could put the down payment on a house or get a car or invest into a business, something like of that nature, or invest in myself. But sometimes things happen for a reason, and I still have pictures of the card, on my Instagram and whatnot, and I think about it from time to time, but I think it was probably the smartest investment that I've ever made. And then obviously having to sell it to believe in myself and my dreams. If I didn't believe in myself, I wouldn't have gotten rid of it. So, but definitely the coolest thing that I've ever owned in my entire life. Top of the 5th, 4-0 Seattle. 2 outs by George Kirby. Runner at second, Marcus Semien in the box. Pitch is high, 2-2 count. Yeah, you got to put in a lot of hard work. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to have talent. And you got to have the dedication, and you got to have the enthusiasm, and you have to make sure that you're mentally tough, and Ooh, down the third baseline. That's going to score 1. 4-1 Seattle. But sometimes things happen for a reason, so. Wow, 5K. Nice. Nice job by Marcus Semien there. Give him some love. Next up, shortstop, Corey Seager, 0 for 2, hopefully 0 for 3. Really? No kidding. Popped up. There we go, but the damage was done. We didn't really think that we were going to win with a shutout there, but obviously going from a 1-hitter to a 3-hitter, but we still got a 4-1 lead, and I love that. Let's go. For real. Trying to rip you off. Oh, no kidding. Seriously, bringing it back. Pagers, AOL with the free discs, right? Flip phones. Yeah, it's been wild. Especially to go from, the video game era, Atari 2600, pre-internet, which was 1995. So pretty much the birth of video games, the birth of the internet. And, when us kids used to wake up early and, there's no cell phones. And then, you wake up to go play basketball, baseball, football, and then you come home late at night, and then your parents were just like, well, I know they're going to be home at some point or another. But the trust in the kids back in the day was a lot different than the trust that parents have kids, obviously, in the relationship that they have now, for sure. Do I follow Stone Cold on Instagram? No, but I do see things pop up on my timeline for Stone Cold and The Rock pretty often. I totally agree with that too. 80s babies were built different. Let's see who's up here for the Seattle Mariners. Next up for the Mariners, 2 for 2 with a run, 2 RBIs, Julio Rodriguez. Nice to be able to see a 2-run blast out of Julio today, and also getting on base early in the game, so that way we could have Cal Raleigh to be able to get Julio to score almost, but it was Hollywood Rojas to give us that 1-0 lead. But Julio's like, you know what? At least I got on base, and nice to see Julio be a factor in this matchup. Let's go. Go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Where are we at on the likes right now? Hopefully we're at 30 plus. We're at 22, so we're a little bit behind the 8 ball. Big swing and a miss, 0-2 count. So if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We need 7 more to get to 30. We got 83 people in the room. Steve in the building, what's good? No problem, man. I had to hit you with the WWE Clash at the Castle as well as this stream. I'm tired, but again, you wouldn't know it unless you knew I did the stream in the morning. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus stacks. Bang, bang. Hi, Dalla Holla. Appreciate you. Reflect and Steve, let me know what you want for photos, and I got you. Chopper, throw to first. 1 away. The defense by Seager. Next up, big dumper, Cal Raleigh, DHing tonight to have guard at catcher. Let's go, Cal. Big hit to get us that 1-0 lead to start the momentum in the first inning. Pitches outside, 1-1 count. Go, Cal. Bottom of the 5th, 4-1 Seattle. 1-1 pitch from Burke to Cal. Popped up a mile. Good souvenir for a fan there in Seattle. Hopefully I can get a Cal Raleigh foul ball when I go see the Orioles on the 4th of July. I probably will only be able to go to 1 game this year, but you know, I got to make the most of it. One-two pitch. Pitch is outside. 2-2 count. Two-two pitch from Burke to Cal. Pitch is outside. Count is full. 3-2 count. Mitch Garver on deck. Cal, dribbler, underhand throw to first. 2 away. Okay, Cal. You've already done some good work for us. Next up for Seattle, catching tonight, 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a K. Has had a fantastic June, Mitch Garver. Let's go, Mitch. Bro, did you just say Kaz Sasaki? Nice, dude. I love it. I always can count on, you know, the OGs in the room to throw up like the very like rare, obscure names. I love it, man. I mean, anybody could say, you know, Griffey, you know, and Randy or Edgar, you know, but to be able to go a little bit deeper, very cool. Yeah, I'll get those up here in just a second. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs, 1-1 count from Burke to Mitch Garver. Seattle with a comfortable 4-1 lead. Pitch in the zone for a strike, 1-2 count. Dribbler, right back to the pitcher, Burke, Underhand throw again, and that is the end of the 5th inning. Kaz, man. Top of the 6th, 4-1 Mariners. Let's go. Yes. Let me know if there's anything specific that you want. Obviously, the chat has been pretty, flowing pretty well. So. Demetrius in the building. What's good? Doc Sports? I don't know what that is, to be honest. Unless that's an abbreviation of something. Yes. Nolas Garcia. Big swing and a miss. See if we can get him out here. 2-2 pitch. Bye-bye. Nice job, George. 4th K. Let's go, baby. Not the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12K game out of George, but again, still very efficient game for George Kirby. Next up for the Rangers, Nathaniel Lowe. Pitches outside, 1-0 count. Top of the 6th, 4-1 Seattle. Chop behind the plate. 1-1 count. Ken King got a little follow back there on the Instagram. followed back. Accepted the follow. We're at 15:85 to go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. We got 90 people watching. Four more likes to get to 30. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Big swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball. Kirby, let's go. Bringing that heater. Good job, George. Yes, sir. Slider up to Langford. Let's go. Next up, Wyatt Langford. Top of the sixth, 4-1 Seattle with 2 outs. Smoke them. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That was nasty splitter. Four-seamer. They went slider, splitter, four-seam. Nasty. Especially on that last pitch right there. That was fucking beautiful. Yeah, well, he had a walk in his first batter, so that was already, I mean, he's number 1 in Major League Baseball with 0.5 a game, so walks. So to have him get a walk at the very first batter to Marcus Semien was very uncharacteristic, but obviously it's settled in nicely. Has 2 walks today. 1-2 pitch. Yeah, and again, if they're going to chase at the garbage that's low and outside, that, you know, helps, you know, George Kirby and the Mariners tremendously if they're going to be reaching like that. I mean, usually it's guys like Julio that are chasing at shit like that. So, you know, if they want to be able to do the same damn thing that, you know, Julio and some of our other players typically do. Well, nasty. Let's go. Another punch out by Kirby. Golly. Before George Kirby, after George Kirby. Before, after. Let's go. Trident's up. Nice job, George. Money, 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 baby. Making me feel like he's a $1 million man, Ted DiBiase out there. Let's go. Nice job. Mariner Moose approved. We did the limousine. The little limousine on the wall. Let's go. Mariner Moose, baby. Let's go. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's see if we can get a little bit more insurance as the game goes on. You can never have enough hits and runs in a baseball game, as everyone knows. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, left fielder, Luke Rayleigh. Let's go, Luke. I am your father. Batting second, 1 for 2 with an RBI, right fielder, Dominic Canzone. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a K, first baseman, Tyler Locklear. Let's go, Mariners. Yeah, it's awesome, man. Great to be able to see. Yeah, well, we got them already. You know, they know that, you know, we're not the same team that you get beat up on. We're not little brother anymore. Little brother has turned into big brother to the Astros and Rangers, and I'm here for it. Absolutely. Man, the knuckle. Wouldn't that be something? Judah in the building. What's good, brother? Big swing and a miss to Luke Rayleigh, behind in the count 0-2. Come on, Luke. Patience, my guy. 0-2 pitch. Pitches outside. 1-2 count. Bottom of the sixth, 4-1 Seattle. 1-2 pitch. And there goes Luke Raley chasing at a pitch low and outside. One away. Come on, Luke. Next up for Seattle, right fielder, Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. Canzone. Foul. Bombers are back. 50-22 record, best in MLB. Judge 25 homers, 1.115 OPS. Anything over 1,000, you know you're balling out. 2.88 ERA, best in MLB. Wow, Yankees are wheeling and dealing. But with that being said, if the Yankees and Mariners play each other in the playoffs, I like our chances. I like our chances against anybody, to be honest. We play the Royals, we play the Guardians. I respect them, but I feel that, we'll see what happens. Yankees and Orioles, I don't feel that they're so much better than us. I feel that we're just as good as anybody in the American League. And we obviously know how good the Phillies and the Dodgers are. Braves don't have Strider or Acuna, so you don't think the Braves are going to be able to make it. I'd be very shocking if the Braves represent the National League with no Acuna and no Strider, so you can pretty much eliminate them. So it'll probably be Dodgers or Phillies that represent the National League, unless a team comes out of nowhere like they have in the last 2 years, Phillies and Diamondbacks. It's possible. We know the Braves and Dodgers typically choke. They have a good record in the regular season, 100 to 115 wins. They go to the playoffs and they get their ass kicked. My dad's a Dodger fan, so he knows. But in the American League, usually the teams that are, kind of showing what they are, is usually the teams that more than likely are going to be there late. And it just depends on who's hot and healthy. There's usually not going to be a team that comes out of nowhere in the American League. It's going to be a team that comes out of the National League, because the teams in the National League choke more than the teams in the American League. Teams in the American League are the real deal. And when they're good, they end up going all the way. National League are kind of like, I don't want to say they're posers, but again, they have all the love in the pub by the media. But at the end of the day, the Dodgers and the Braves, you got these big time organizations, 100 wins, 115 wins. The last time I checked, you don't get a fucking gold medal for being the best team in the regular season. It's what you do in the postseason. So until the Dodgers and Braves and the Phillies can figure it out and actually win it all, the American League is king. Tell me I'm wrong. And it's not like, the Braves or the Dodgers and Phillies aren't good enough to win it all. They fucking are. But again, the American League is just built a little bit different. I think they're a little bit more mentally tough than those teams, and usually we're going to be a little bit hotter and healthier going into the playoffs. 3-2 count to Tyler Locklear. Wow, that was a long number 2, Matt. Matt was in there. He got lost. Matt had a toilet paper. Had to call mom and dad from another room. Fell in. You okay, brother? Pitch is outside, and he walked him. Locklear to first. Next up, 0 for 2 with a K, second baseman. It's Nemo, Dylan Moore. Matt is back. He's good. But again, wouldn't it be shocking if the Braves make it to the World Series with no Acuna or Strider? I don't see it happening. I don't see any. They got a lot of good players, but I just highly doubt that they'll be able to mentally come back from that. Like mentally, just knowing that 2 of your best players are gone and they're not going to be available, I don't know. I don't think that they're going to be able to overcome that. And obviously, if you've watched baseball this season, they're not on the same level as the Phillies and Dodgers so far. And then there might be a team like the Brewers that might even be able to knock them off. So we'll wait and see. There's always going to be a surprise team that kind of comes out of nowhere. I don't know who that's going to be, the Cubs or whoever, but American League is king. He said, I'm good. All right, let me squeeze in a couple photos for Matt because I know he's going to want some, and I don't know how late we'll be with the stream, so let me squeeze some in for him. mean, he almost fell in and we almost lost him as a casualty, so might as well throw up some photos of his favorite thing besides the Oregon Ducks as a reward for living from the number 2 that he ended up having to survive from. Gotta delete some more photos, make some more room. Get the bib. Watch the drool. Everyone's got their favorite things. Now the real question is that are we going to be bombarded by her on TV, like for moving forward? Like, you know, if they end up being together, they're married, they have kids, or they're dating, whether the relationship is real or fake, are we going to have like her on TV during NFL season moving forward forever? Just because they want to be able to, you know, they want to be able to take advantage and capitalize off her popularity and all her followers and all the Swifties and trying to be able to make money off jersey sales and everything else with Travis Kelce and the Chiefs. You know, I'm not a Swiftie. I don't listen to her music, you know, and again, there's a time and a place for everything, but, you know, if they want to show her, you know, here and there, that's fine, but hopefully it's not like, you know, every 2 minutes on every fucking broadcast. That gets a little ridiculous. And that would be for anybody. You know, even if it was like, you know, Skeens and Livy Dunn, you know, I don't think, you know, there's a time and a place, you know, for the, you know, particular people, you know, to be able to be shown. But it shows you it's all about money, all about followers, all about money, period. Bottom of the 6, 4-1 Mariners. I'm not, but Matt is. Bottom of the 6, 4-1 Mariners. Locklear to third on a wild pitch by Hernandez. I like that. Let's go, Demo. Kate Upton, yeah. I mean, you're going to have power couples, you know, in all sports, but not many are going to be, you know, having the same type of followers globally like Taylor Swift. Strikeout and a ground out for Demo. Bottom of the 6, 4-1 Seattle. 3-1 count. Demo chops it foul towards third base. Count is full. 3-2 count with the runner at third. Go, Demo. 31-5 when scoring 4+ runs. Is that good? Second best record in MLB. Yankees 44-4. Told you, man. That 4 or 5 runs is the magic number. Pitch is inside, and we got to walk. Yankees, Mariners in the ALCS. Let's go. Next up for the Mariners, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Let's go, J.P. Let's get an RBI, baby. Bring that electricity. Let's go. 0 for 3 with a line out and 2 strikeouts. Time to get a single RBI to make it 5-1 and to be 1 for 4. Let's do it. Pitch there in the center for strike 1. 0-1 count. Go, JP. Seattle, bottom of the 6, 2 outs, runners on the corners and first and third. Hernandez, 0-1 pitch to JP, big swing and a miss behind in the count, 0-2. Come on, JP. I'll put up an additional photo if you get this RBI. Go. Come on, JP. 0 for 2. Big swing and a miss. Got him. The extra photo didn't help. Leaves 2 stranded at first and third. End of the 6th inning, 4-1 Mariners. See who's up next for the Rangers. Next up for the Rangers, 0 for 2 with a K, center fielder Travis Jankowski. Batting second, DHing for Texas, 0 for 2, Robbie Grossman. And batting third, 1 for 2 with a run, third baseman Ezekiel Duran. Let's go, Mariners. No, he should have had an RBI there. Kind of chased at that last pitch. Lost a opportunity there. I don't know how many more opportunities we're going to have in the 7th, 8th, and 9th with runners on the corners. And I like it. We're up 4-1, but I would like us to be able to get at least 1 or 2 more just in case. Depending on who we have coming in, after Kirby and then now Thornton. All right, come on, Trent. That's hilarious. I got a nice Instagram message saying the Rangers own our poverty franchise. I like that. Last time I checked, I looked at the scoreboard. It says 4-1. Oh, 41 and 31. Oh, 33 and 36. Okay. I remember my first baseball game. Let's go, Trent. Man, these Ranger fans are fucking butthurt, dude. They got to be sending me messages on Instagram because they're so butthurt. Like, dude, you won the World Series last year. Relax. What did you think? You were going to win the World Series every year moving forward? We're 10 games above 500. You're below 500 by 3 games. And the Rangers still could turn it around and be a wild card team, but I don't think anybody believes in them that they're going to be able to get back to the World Series, let alone the ALCS, this year. So I didn't know Ranger fans were like Astro fans, but I guess they're 2 of the same. Top foul. 2-2 count. Ooh. The green refractor. That's nice. That's fire. I like that. Locklear is right there. Great defense by Tyler. 1 away. What's that Julio go for? Nice defense by Tyler Locklear. Kind of a younger version of Ty France. Yeah, Nolan Ryan. Yeah, 11 Ks. But at least when we had 13 against the White Sox, at least we're able to, get hits and runs now. Yeah, I love the colors on it too. Are you buying that, Matt? Look at that thing. Wow, it's got her all over. Now I got a couple Julios. I got 3 that are graded. I got 1 BGS, 9.5, and I got number 44 out of 99, so his jersey number, So most of the ones that I have, I got one that's like 250. I got another one that's like 350, and then another one that's like about 100, 150. So, but again, and then I have a bunch of non-graded Julio rookies and whatnot, another like 10 or 12. So my Julio collection is over a G, probably with the ones that I have. I don't know, total cards that I have, probably 12. I would say 9 or 10 non-graded, 3 that are graded and whatnot, but, good investment pieces. Top of the 7th, 4-1 Seattle. Next up in the box is Ezekiel Duran. Popped up. Routine play. There we go. It's our time, baby. Yeah, I love the card, man. I love the colors. Oh my God, the Dream Team. I remember that card. Holy shit. And then the metal. Ooh, that's cool. Nice. Teal jersey with that green refractor. I like that, man. It's a cool look. Oh, wow, look at all those. The Gary Paytons and the Sean Kemps. Man, you're just bringing me back to my childhood. Panini. Ooh, I see it. Very cool. The glove. That's fucking sweet. Very cool. Too bad a lot of the Gary Payton and Sean Kemp isn't really worth a lot unless you have like, an auto, like the one that you had there in the video. Oh, look at these Julios. I like. Love me some J-Rod. Got a couple Griffies sprinkled in there too. Nice. Very cool. And sometimes it's not necessarily, about like monster value. Sometimes it's just, favorite player, and sometimes you can have a card that might be worth 10 to $100, but it can still be one of your favorites. It doesn't have to be worth like 500. Sometimes you can have certain ones that could just be a standard base card, through like Tops or Upper Deck, or Panini or whatever, and you can still have that appreciation for it. So. I mean, obviously the newer stuff is more like holograms and brighter colors, but I always kind of have an appreciation for old stuff like the cards that you see here on the stream. Like my dad was born in the 50s, so I like stuff from like the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, stuff in the 80s and 90s, even though that's a junk wax era. And then obviously some of the newer stuff is exciting to see. But as you have noticed in the card game, they try to do replicas of the old stuff, like 87 Tops and 86 Fleer. And, so a lot of times the designs of cards are like remakes of the stuff that we had when we were kids. So it's like kind of cool to be able to see those designs. So like I like a lot of the Topps Heritage stuff that's got like the little circle in the corner, and it's got like a little image of like the position they play, or like a mini photo of them in the corner, and then it's got like the action shot above. I like that type of look, and like the ones that you're seeing here on screen. Back. Gone, baby. There we go. Hollywood, Josh Rojas getting back on track. Baby. Yes, sir. We want some insurance, and we're not talking State Farm or Geico, baby. 5-1 Mariners. Wave goodbye to the Texas Rangers and their fan base, messaging me on Instagram saying that we're a poverty fan base. Hollywood. Haters gonna hate. Let's go. Take that, Rangers. That's what I'm talking about. Nice job, Hollywood, baby. That's what happens when you talk shit to me and send me a message on Instagram. Not being petty. Love it. Karma, man. You know, people need to learn. You know, karma is fucking real. You want to talk shit? See what happens. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the 7th, 5-1 Mariners. Let's go. Yes, sir. Good. That one makes me feel really good because, again, Hollywood was batting 300 to 350 and was the best player on the team, the only one batting over 300 for the first 20 or 30 games, then kind of hit a wall and, you know, went below 300 and then now is kind of floating between 250 to 270. Nice way to be able to help the team out. I mean, a single, double, triple is great, but to be able to get kind of a home run that was unexpected, to give us that cushion and that insurance, to give us a 5-1 lead, it feels good. Nice job, Hollywood. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. 1-2 count. Pitch is low into the dirt. 2-2 count. Chopper towards third. Julio. Good effort, at least by Julio, to try to run. And, you know, sometimes Julio half-asses it to first base. I mean, he's not as bad as, like, Manny Machado, who fucking, like, jogs like he's got plenty of time to be able to get to first. That's the thing that pisses me off the most, when I see players be lazy that they don't run hard to first every time. You never know when a guy might bobble it and you could get a freebie to help your team win, you know, instead of just automatically thinking that you're out on a ground ball to the infield. Facts. Next up, DHing for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Cal. Cal's been the MVP for the Mariners this season. Brian Wu, Andres Munoz, All-Stars should be this year. Julio might get in by a fan vote, but he's starting to get a little bit better. So we'll see how the statistics look by the time we get to the All-Star game. Bottom of the 7th, 5-1 Seattle. Love it. 1-1 count. The big dumper, big swing and a miss. 1-2 count. That's wild. See, that's why I love you guys with your stats. Reflect, Army, and a few of y'all. You guys dig so deep into the analytics and metrics like myself. Like, it's just kind of refreshing to be able to meet people that I feel that are like similar to me. You know, again, you know, some people are bandwagon, some people are fair weather, you know, but a lot of us, you know, are diehards with the stats and the analytics. Like, usually every game I'll send, you know, 3 or 4, you know, posts, you know, with analytics and stats to reflect to my best friend Justin on every game, you know, that gets posted either by the Mariners PR, or super fans that just love stats like us that post and, you know, do the research, and then I can share that information with y'all. And I'm always learning something new about the organization and the players every day. You know, no matter how smart you think you are, you're not, you know, there's always going to be something new to learn, you know, from people in the room and obviously people on, you know, the internet and socials, you know, that are doing the deep diving just like us. 1-1 count to Garv. Chopper towards third. Foul. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Megan with a $5. Appreciate you. What would you like for photos here during this commercial break? Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack, bang, bang. And I like to see Byron Murphy threw out the first pitch a couple of days ago. Seattle Seahawk rookie during the Mariner game. You want Seahawks? You want Stefan? Let me know what you want, and I got you. Yeah, hopefully Kirby, Cal and Julio can be Mariners for life. We're at 20, 80 to go. Hack, good choice. Squeeze in one more for you. Appreciate you. Reflect. If there's anything you want to be able to see, let me know. I got you too as well for your dono earlier. Appreciate you. And anyone else that has donated earlier into the stream. Top of the 8th inning, 5-1 Mariners. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Thornton. Kisner in the box taking a strike behind in the count 0-2. Get Andrew Kisner to go 0 for 3. Strikeout, pop up. How about another strikeout? Let's go. Pitch is outside, 1-2 count. Wow, look at Rojas. Looking like Eugenio Suarez out there last year. And they do have Hollywood ranked in the top 10 as a defensive third baseman and his third baseman's overall for most. Not everyone has him in the top 10, but there's a lot of people that do. Sitting at like number 9 or number 10 third baseman. So nice job, Hollywood. One away. Next up at the top of the order, Marcus Semien. Right over Rojas' head on that one, though. Marcus Semien. 2 for 3 today. Are we going to get Thornton out, or are we going to try to go for a double play here? I think we're going to have him go. He said, get out of there. All right, Sauce coming in. Sauce, when he only needs 1 or 2 outs, that's fine. But when he has 3. And I know we wore our Steelheads hat today. We should have wore the whole combination, the jersey and the pants today. But it's all right. We're getting the dub today, so it doesn't matter. But they should have paired up the hat with the jersey and the pants, for the full look. Army with a $5. Head spraying. Okay. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus stack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. I mean, if you're talking about obscure names, that might be the most obscure name that we've ever had on the channel. I think that a majority of people have no idea who that is. Even Mariner fans are like, who? I mean, unless you remember. I mean, you're not going to have too many, things that come up. Ed Sprague, obviously on the internet, a lot of them are going to be very, let me see what else I can come up with here. I'm just looking at some of these names. Holy cow. Matt Young. Holy shit. I mean, it's one thing when you're, going through some of these names, but my goodness. Crazy. Wish there was like more things that I could, select from. Double play. Got it, baby. That's how you do it. Nice job, Sauce. Fuck yeah. Great decision there by Service. That was awesome. Kind of had a feeling that the double play was going to happen right there. I mean, I don't even have enough information. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh my God, Greg. Wow. Jeffrey Leonard. Dennis Powell. Holy shit. Oh my God. You guys are just deep diving on my ass right now, and I fucking love it. Because again, I mean, you could be asking, this to some of these fans that watch, but some of us will have memories, a little bit more than others on those obscure names. Oh my goodness. Greg. Unbelievable. Mickey Brantley. Oh my God. Oh, bro, the 90s Upper Deck. Oh my God. Now you're bringing me back to like my fucking childhood now when I'm like 8 years old, opening up packs of cards, looking at the front, and immediately flipping over the back and memorizing all the stats with the height, the weight, the college, how many RBIs. Where he played AAA ball at. That's why I think I love stats and analytics so much, because that's what it was about. Oh, my God. You guys are the best. Oh, my God. Fucking throwback to the past. Awesome. You guys are ridiculous. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-1 Mariners. Quinones, let's go. Just the guy that worked the event. So the guy, he's not a famous person. He was just a guy not necessarily like security, but just like a guy that was working the event. But he's not a famous person. He's just a guy that they hired, maybe, Griffey's friend or a guy at the event itself. So Griffey, and then me, and then my dad. And then obviously my dad, me, and Koufax. And then the auto. Popped up. One away. Rayleigh not having a game today, but hopefully tomorrow. We're going to need him. Okay, Luke, I still love you. Next up, Dominic Canzone. Go, Dom. But anytime I see cards from like 85, to 85 to like 92, it's a pretty special time. I mean, all the stuff in the 90s is great, but, I think when you have stuff, when you're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, I mean, some of that stuff is like incredibly special and cool, when you're very young. Barehanded, missed it. There we go. I like that bobble, baby. Nice job, Dom. Next up, first baseman Tyler Locklear, 5-1 Mariners. Yes. Willie Bloomquist, I always liked him. You'll have like the Harold Reynolds and the Omar Vizquel and the John Oleroods, and sometimes just having like an X factor. Willie was that guy. I feel like Willie was super underrated, and if you just gave him a chance, he could be that guy. And he came up big quite a few times for us. I agree. Go, go, go. Dom the third. Let's get one more run, just for an early Father's Day present, to all the Ranger fans. Let's get 6-1, huh? Let's go. Canzone stole second. Safe at third on the throwing error by the catcher, Kisner. We'll take that. Nice job, Kiz. There goes Locklear. 2 away. Yeah. Imagine if Omar Vizquel never went to the Indians and stayed on the Mariners for his whole career. Like, what could have been? I guess we could have said that for Adam Jones and a few others, Next up in the box, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K, Dylan Moore. Good Demo. Oh, shit. That's up to debate, man. Worst trade. I mean, there's a lot of them. I mean, we haven't, let's be honest. The Mariners have not won many trades in their team's history, if we're actually being honest about it. And a lot of times when we let guys go, they get better, when we weren't a good team, and then they go to their new team like Adam Jones, and then they end up balling out and turning into an all-star. So I would say that, most trades that the Mariners have made, we've been on the losing end. But there's been some, pretty bad ones. But again, even if we would have kept the player, again, they probably wouldn't have succeeded to the point that they did on the other team, because the other team had better supporting cast, better coaching, and they were able to develop better there. So sometimes it's like, oh, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but there's no guarantee if we would have kept players that they would have elevated and developed to the rate that they did on their new team. So big swing and a miss for JP Crawford. Demo stole second. Here we go. Runners at second and third now. 5-1 Mariners with 2 outs. Come on, JP. Another RBI opportunity. You have guys on first and third, and then you left them stranded. Come on, JP. Pitch is low and into the dirt. 1-1 count. Come on, baby. Come on, JP. Wow, that's crazy. Did not know that, Army. I heard about the allegations and stuff, but I never really dug deep into, the whole story. Domestic violence. I would assume what that's the DV stands for. I'm pretty hip to abbreviations, but I assume that's what that means. Domestic violence, no good, no bueno. Yeah. Well, it's crazy with the Expos. It had Randy Johnson and Pedro Martinez. Oil Can Boyd, Andres Galarraga. I wish the Expos still existed instead of the Nats, to be honest. I think that if the Montreal Expos still existed, they had a cool logo, cool colors. I mean, just imagine if Pedro and Randy were able to develop there. Fuck, they might have been able to build something special. Two of the best pitchers to ever play at the same time, a righty and a lefty. Bases loaded, baby. The worst thing that you could do is lie about your partner. Bases loaded, bottom of the eighth with 2 outs, 5-1 Marinez. Is it time for a grand salami? Time to get the mustard and rye bread? Could you imagine? Not likely to happen, but anytime you got bases loaded. I'm trying to think, have we had any Mariner player hit 2 home runs in the same game yet this year? I'm trying to remember, it doesn't happen to us very often. I can't even remember if we had anybody hit 2 in the same game. Have we had anybody? Mariner fans in the room? Anybody come to mind this season that's hit 2 home runs in the same game for us? I'm usually pretty good about those type of things, but I can't really think of anybody offhand right away. I don't think we've had anyone to my knowledge. Usually I would remember something like that. But again, when you watch basketball, baseball, football, hockey, wrestling, and you're reading and, for 4 hours a day and watching film, sometimes you get old and you forget to. Pitch in the zone. Borderline 0-2 count, should have been a ball. Cameron, yeah, that was crazy. And the Cameron, did that happen in 2001? Was it Ichiro's rookie year when Griffey left and then Cameron took over? Pitch is a little low. 2-2 count. I don't know, someone's going to have to look that up. I don't know. We're a bunch of stat and analytical kings and queens here. So pitch is low. Full count. 3-2. Let's go, Hollywood. Let's bring in a free run for nothing, huh? You don't even got to swing. He ain't going to hit a strike. Don't even swing. Oh, it would have been a ball. Should have just let it happen and we would have got an automatic run, 6-1. Well, why would he go when if Hollywood have not swung, it would have been automatic. Hollywood, yeah! Yeah, baby. That's what happens when you go to my Instagram and you start talking shit, right? Sending me a message that we're a poverty franchise. This is exactly what you get in return. Let's fucking go. Don't poke the bear, all right? Unless you want to get bit. Let's go, baby. Nice job, Hollywood. 7-1 Mariners. This feels good, man. Next up, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Trident's up, baby. Let's go. What a game. Touchdown, Mariners. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, help your boy out. Julio with another home run this game. Why not? Big swing and a miss, 0-2 count. Let's see where we're at on the likes. Hopefully we're at 30 by now. So we should have gotten there already. We got 92 people watching. 37 on YouTube and like 60 on the Twitter/X. Where are we at? We're at 33. 7 more to get to 40. Let's see if we can get there before the stream ends. 34 now. If you haven't smashed the like button, please do. 6 more to hit the goal, to hit 40. Demo, 2 home runs, 4 ribbies on May 21st. Good one. Darren in the building. What's good? Captain Oreo in the building. What's good? Chopper. And they got the force out. Damn it. Hey, 7-1. I'll take that. Go to the top of the 9th and end this game. And who's going to be pitching? Is it still going to be Sauce? Or are they going to go a different direction? We'll find out. I need to get a drink here real quick. Give me 1 sec. Go Mariners, baby. Good stat. See, that's why, we learn things from each other here. Emo, 2 home run game, 4 ribbies. Yeah. That's another stat. When is the last time that we swept the Texas Rangers? Someone needs to look that up. Oh, God. If Woo goes tomorrow, I don't think Woo's going tomorrow, though. Projected starter tomorrow, Logan Gilbert versus Dunning. 3-4 record with a 3.19 ERA for Walter, a.k.a. Logan Gilbert. And then Dunning is 4-5 with a 4.80. So I think we will have a chance to sweep him tomorrow. Dunning is definitely hittable. Hi, Paisley. Paisley's in here to come in for the victory celebration. Bizzardo. Not really a big fan of Bizzardo, but it is what it is. Adolis Garcia with a hit. Things are going bad for the Rangers when they have to reach out to Mariner fans and complain and talk shit. They can't just sit there in their own misery. They have to reach out to the other team and the other fan base and talk shit. That's how bad it's getting over there in Texas. But hey, you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. You're a Texas Ranger fan. You're a Dallas Maverick fan. I understand. I'm sorry for you. Some of us are winners and some of us are contenders. Some of us are pretenders. This is how it goes. No pity party here. Next up for the Rangers, Nathaniel Lowe. Shit, I'd be miserable too if I was a Cowboy fan and a fucking Dallas Maverick fan. Sorry. Nathaniel Lowe into the gap. Come on. Why do we have Bizzardo in right now? Are we really trying to let them have like an extra run or two? Terrible choice to have Bizzardo come in. Bizzardo, terrible. August of 22, the M swept a 3-game series. Oh, July. Wow, that's a good one. Throw home. Why didn't you throw home, dude? I don't want to give up any more. 7-2 Mariners. Bizzardo's fucking terrible. Next up, left fielder Wyatt Langford. Fielder's choice with a runner out. Hell, fucking any of us in the room could be fucking being better than Bizzardo. Jesus Christ. Next up, Travis Jankowski, 0 for 3 with a ground out, strikeout, and a line out. I don't want to give up any more. Chop foul, 1-1 count. It said dog meat. You know, with all the struggles that we have with not being able to hit and us striking out a ridiculous amount, what the fuck are we doing? Way to just ruin the game and all the momentum and all of the hard work that we came in to beat the shit out of the Rangers, and then you're just letting them crawl back into the game late. I mean, imagine if the game right now was 3-2 or 4-2 and they come back to tie. Get this fucking clown out of there. Like, I know we're trying to save Stanek and fucking Munoz for tomorrow for the sweep, but golly. Terrible. Next up, DHing Robbie Grossman. You better end this game with a double play to make up for these stupid-ass base hits late. Come on, Mariners. Robbie Grossman throwing to everyone, making him look like Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. Jesus. Top of the ninth, 7-2 Seattle. Runners at first and second. 0-1 pitch. Here we go. Dive it. Oh. Oh, bases loaded. This is fun. Like, what are we doing here? Are we just trying to let them come back into the game or what? Send this guy down to single A or never see him again. Like, why is this guy even on the roster? Terrible. There we go. Duran, flight out to second. Nice. There we go. 2 away. Should have just put Stanek in from the very beginning, even if he had to pitch an inning tomorrow. Dumb move by Scott Service. Like, oh, let's try to get Bizzardo some time now because we're up by a lot. You didn't anticipate him, playing like this. Christ. Terrible. Next up for the Rangers here with the bases loaded, Josh Smith. And I don't want to see no fucking GS in this game. I want to make sure that we get out of this. I don't want to see no 7-6. I want to see 7-2 final. Even Paisley can't even watch. She said, woof, woof, Bizzardo, garbage. And then she lifted up her leg and farted. So, yeah, Bizzardo, no good. No bueno. First pitch to Josh Smith. Pitch is outside, 1-0 count. Bases loaded for the Rangers. Everything would have been fine if you don't put this guy in. Anybody but this guy. Like, why didn't we just keep Sauce in for this inning? I mean, what is this guy? A single A pitcher? Like all the joy that the Mariner fans had up to this point is like gone away. Jesus Christ. 3-0 count. What are we doing here, Scott? You idiot? Put in Stanek already. Golly. Dumb. Scott, you're an idiot. Let's just bring in another run. Good job. Good job, Scott. You fucking moron. Boo! What a fucking moron, Scott. Jesus. Talking about managers that, make great moves, and Scott will do that once in a while. But then also he does that head-scratching move where you're like, what are you doing? Obviously it's clear that this guy can't pitch. What do you have to wait for it to be bases loaded and then they bring in one? And now if they end up hitting a grand salami and then we go to extras, use your brain, Scott. Jesus. And then you're bringing up the hitter, right, who's the hottest hitter in the game, Marcus Semien. What a fucking idiot. Gosh. Go figure. Now we have the best hitter in today's game, Marcus Semien, up with bases loaded, down by 4. I mean, what's going to happen? We're going to lose this game now, 8-7, because Scott's an idiot? Stupid. Scott's getting a very lengthy email from me right now and a voicemail. Should have been Stanek from the very start, Like why get cocky and just put in some garbage pitcher and think that the garbage pitcher is still going to be able to make it work? Not all pitchers are created equal, especially in the bullpen. Bizzardo is last on the list, though. Even if it's both and Bizzardo and Bolton, I think that we would rather. I mean, there's no situation that Bizzardo should even be in the game. Period. Ever. I mean, how many bad appearances does he need to have to understand that it's not going to turn around? Some guys can make it, and some guys can't. We need that magic, dude. We need the magic, bro. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack. Bang, bang! Come on, Stanny. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. That's what a strike looks like, Bizzardo. Jesus Christ. Stanek, what is that? That's the thing about him that makes me nervous too, is that sometimes he'll pitch strikes and then other times he'll pitch 2 feet in front of the catcher and it goes into the dirt. Like shot putting a fucking pitch. Like, what are you doing? One pitch from Stanek to Semien. Dribbler foul. All right, one more pitch. Here we go. Let's go, Mariners. The fans are finally are feeling a little bit better now. Let's go. One-two pitch. Just got a piece of it. One-two pitch. Fuck. Seven-five Seattle. Are you fucking kidding me? Shows you how important pitching is. And imagine if we only had 3 runs total or 4, where we lost based on those dumb decisions by Scott Service. Gosh. They got Seager, and then they got fucking Garcia after this. Are we trying to lose? There we go. Big swing and a miss. Come on, Stanek. Come on, crowd. This is when you need the crowd to help. Here we go. Corey Seager 0 for 4. Seager doesn't go 0 for 4, 0 for 5 often. 7-5 Mariners. Ridiculous when you have like a 7-0 or 7-1 lead. 1-1 count. Seriously, Hollywood with that insurance. God bless him. 1-1 pitch from Stanek to Seager. Pitches into the dirt inside. 2-1 count. Paisley was so disgusted by that, she just left. She didn't even say bye to me. She just took off. Said, fuck this. Top of the 9th. 7-5 Seattle. Runners on the corners at first and third after having a 7-1 lead. Bringing in Bizzardo. Now Stanek. 2-1 pitch from Stanek to Seager. Pitches outside. 3-1 count. Godly. Like, sub, donate, comment, share for my fucking mental health. My mental health is taking a dip in this game. 3-1 pitch. Chopper. Yeah! Yeah! Finally! Fuck yeah! That one made me nervous. And when the Mariners win, what do? We fucking dance. Mariners win. Mariners win. Mariners win. Final score, Seattle Mariners 7, Texas Rangers 5. Should have been 7-1, but we'll fucking take it. Mariner Moose, baby. Reflected the dono late to give us the good juju. Let's go. Let's go. That one was definitely scary. You know, it could have definitely went the other way. Oh, are we good? Oh, 42-31 first place. Is that good? Oh, Rangers 7.5 games behind us. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go, baby. Our time. That's just how we are. You know, we're the comeback kids. We're a late rally team in the 8th and the 9th, and we have to have heart attacks with our fucking bullpen because we never know what's going to happen. And just imagine, like, again, you know, we have a hard time getting up to 5 runs. What happens if we were only at 4 and then we end up losing the game? You know, like, we have to really, like, I want to be able to celebrate this victory, but it almost feels like we lost. Like, even though that we won, you know, giving up all of those runs late right there, but. You know, thank God Hollywood Rojas to give us that insurance. Fucking let's go. Oh, man. My mental health was... I mean, Paisley just left the room. She just gave me a look and she said, oh, baby. But at least we got the dub there. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. I love you guys and appreciate you guys. Reflect anything that you want photo-wise before we dip out of here. And then again, happy Father's Day. Obviously, tomorrow we'll have the day off. I'll be hanging out with the papa and watching the Dodgers and the Mariners play in separate games, 2 games at once, and eating some food. And then I'll be back on Monday night. Mariners have the day off. I'll do a Dodgers Rocky stream on Monday night. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Mariners end up playing the Guardians. Hopefully we can win 2 out of 3. And then Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we play the Miami Marlins, which we will have a good chance to win 2 out of 3, or I think it's a 3-game series. I'm not sure if it's 4. I'll have to double check. But hopefully we can end up winning 3 for 4 or 2 for 3, depending on how many games we have in that series. And we can continue getting more W's in the win column. So, man, crazy. All right, let me see what I got. Man, I've never had a victory at the end of the game feel like a loss all season besides this one. This one, like, again, it was, we won by a lot. And then all of a sudden, one bad thing to another bad thing to another bad thing. But eventually the bad luck, ended up running out, and, the Mariner Moose, and we got it done. But again, if Static Weight came in right away, it probably wouldn't have been this. But all right, let's take a look at some flowing hair, huh? Bizzardo, unemployed. He's at the unemployment line as we speak. Done. Stanek, great hair, best in the business. God, that gave me a fucking heart attack. Mariner Moose, the best mullet in baseball. He loves it. Middle finger to everyone. Let's go. We do. The 7-0 first inning, yeah, and then we ended up, yeah, it happens. Shows you how important pitching really is, so. I got a couple good ones I've been saving for you. So, well, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. Enjoy the holiday tomorrow, and then again, I will be back on Monday. Next Mariner stream will be on Tuesday against the Guardians. A few of those matchups are going to be early, though. It'll be like at 3:30 Pacific on Monday, or Tuesday and Wednesday, and then like at 10 a.m. Pacific on Thursday. So very early against the Guardians, but hopefully we can find a way to be able to match up to them and give them a little payback, obviously for what they did to us earlier in the year. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And again, final score, Seattle Mariners 7, Texas Rangers 5. And I got one question for you. Well, talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Got it. First place, baby. It's mullet season. Let's get it.